partner. I think now everybody's excited to hear what the new head of the Department of Housing has to say. Ano yung news, what are the new updates, and what will be the direction that we can expect. So, I'd like to give the proper introduction to our next speaker. Mr. Jose Ramon P. Aliling is a proud Filipino civil engineer, businessman, and government official currently serving as the Secretary of Human Settlements and Urban Development. He is also the President and CEO of Jose Aliling Construction and Management Corporation, or JACME, a leading firm in project and construction management. I think everybody knows this company. A graduate of De La Salle University, Aliling became CEO of JACME in 2007, and he has led major developments across the country. In 2022, he entered public service as the Undersecretary of DSUD and was appointed Secretary in 2025, just recently. He is a recipient of the Outstanding Young Man, or TOYM, Award for Civil Engineering and the Lasallian Achievement Award for Professional Excellence. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome by giving a big warm round of applause to our speaker, Honorable Jose Ramon A. Aliling.
Magandang hapon po sa inyong lahat. Usually I do not confirm magsalita for the reason ng schedule po ng secretary is very erratic Bigla kami pinapatawag, so nahihiya ako mag-cancel pagka that's the reason why I do not confirm speaking engagements So ngayon wala po akong nahandang speech Pero as a public servant, I think ang duty namin is to report to you sa aming mga pinagsisilbihan kung ano na ba ang nagagawa o ginagawa ngayon ng DHSUD since I assumed office 2 months ago. Okay, so meron po tayong 8-point agenda sa DHSUD na ipinapatupad. So papasadahan ko po ng mabilis lang itong 8-point agenda na to para ma-report namin sa inyo kung nasaan na tayo and how we will proceed. So number 1, doon po sa 8-point agenda natin is the Pambansang Pabahay para sa Pilipino program, expanded 4PH. Ito po ang flagship program, housing program po ni Pangulong Ferdinand Marcos Jr. Malinaw po ang direktiba sa atin ng mahal na Pangulo na palawakin, i-expand para mas maraming mga Pilipino ang maka-avail ng 4PH. So in the past few weeks, I think narinig nyo naman that we already expanded the 4PH. So ano ba itong mga expansion na ginawa natin? Basically, we added more modalities. Dati po, ang 4PH was just for vertical development. So we expanded it to horizontal, CMP program, rental. Kasama na rin po dito yung lot only. So then, we simplified the process. Ang isa pa kasing downside nung dating 4PH, bago makasimula yung proyekto, ang daming tinatawag natin mga hold points. And these hold points, hindi lang ito nakadelay ng proseso, naging reason din to ng corruption. So, ang 4PH po ngayon, simple na lang. Kahit ano pong modality dyan, vertical or horizontal, ang kailangan na lang natin gawin is to comply the BP 220. So, basta BP 220, meron po tayong LTS sa socialized housing. Yung buyers po ninyo can avail of the 4PH Pag-ibig Loan Program. Ito yung 3% rate, 5 plus 5 po ito. Fixed po siya ng 5 years, then extendable for another 5 years depending on the income decile po nung aplikante natin. Then for the first 30,000 na mag-a-avail ng 4PH Pag-ibig loan na to, diretso siya ng 10 years. So may promo period ang Pag-ibig. First 30,000, hindi siya 5 plus 5, diretso siya diretso siyang 10 years. So ang makikinabang po dito, ang qualified po dito, basically are income decile 7 and below. Okay? Ito po yung outside NCR, more or less 34,600 ang monthly income. And then for NCR, ito po yung nasa 42,600. So dito po sa 4PH, nagpapasalamat po ako sa inyong lahat dahil nakatanggap po tayo ng pledge, no? Total na 251,000 from CREBA and the other associations. So ngayon po, ano bang role ng DHSUD? DHSUD po is here to pave the way for you to produce housing units faster by making our regulatory functions very efficient at isi-simplify po natin yan towards digitalization. So yan po ang ending natin dito. We want to make these reforms sustainable through digitalization. So before the end of the term of the President, 2028, ang DHSUD po ay magiging fully digitalized. Second, yung pong 4PH, marami nagsasabi sa akin, no? Siyempre hindi naman lahat agree dito sa binuksan natin yung gripo, ika nga, di ba? But I'm assuming, I'm telling them, no, I'm trusting these developers. These are responsible developers who will not take advantage of this liberty. So ang pinapakiusap po lang po sa inyo is do not shortchange our home buyers. Ibigay po natin sa kanila kung ano yung nararapat sa kanila. At lahat po itong modalities na to, naka-infuse po dito, naka-integrate yung incremental housing. So they can buy what they can afford. Kung kaya lang nila is the basic BP 220. Then pag nakaluwag-luwag, meron tayong 4PH home improvement loan package naman sa Pag-ibig na they can avail of. So ang suggestion ko po sa inyo, when you market these socialized housing developments, bigyan na ho natin sila ng option for upgrade. Parang meron kayong menu, diba? Yung mga kaya pang magdagdag ng investment, no? Kaya pa nung paying capacity nila, can already have an improved unit na mabibili. Now, pagdating naman po sa HOA and regulatory functions po ng department, ang nadatnang ko kasing backlog dito is more than 3,000 pending. Okay, all over the country. 3,000 pending items for action of the department. Kasama na rito yung mga regional offices, central office natin, no? So, we push for this, no? Tawag namin dito is a zero backlog. So from 3,000, ang report sa akin kanina umaga, 1,700 na lang. So in the next 2 to 3 weeks, they will still drop, bababa pa to. Ang target natin dito in 6 weeks, zero backlog po ang DHSUD pagdating po sa HOA and regulatory functions, no?
Attorney Aguilar.
Then, lahat po ito, no? As mentioned a while ago, I came from the private sector. So when I was asked to serve again as Secretary of Housing or Secretary of DHSUD, marami nagsabi sa akin, no? Wala nang magagawa eh. Di ba? Kalahati na lang o less than 3 years na lang. So, using the same formula, no? Using the same formula na ginawa natin sa private sector, no? When I took over the company of my father, no, the Jose Aliling Construction Management, I stood on these two foundations, no, competence and integrity. Now, when I started, after a few months, close friends were telling me, hindi ka tatagal dyan kasi ang construction, kailangan lumaro ka dyan, eh, no? So, sabi ko, no, I'm taking the risk, no? Kung hindi tatagal, then so be it. So, true enough, after a year, I received a gift, no? Regalo, kala ko wine, no? When I opened it, may granada sa loob. So, instead of being discouraged, ang pumasok sa utak ko, ibig sabihin, tama yung ginagawa ko. Di ba? I was 25 years old then. Nakatanggap ako ng granada, no? Buhay na granada. So it was an eye-opener for me, no? Na, ibig sabihin, imbis na matakot ako dyan, tama yung ginawa ko. Kasi a 25-year-old civil engineer napadala ng granada. And I was very proud of it. Di ba? Pinagmamalaki ko, nakatanggap ako ng granada, buhay. Di ba? Datingan yung mga police, di ba? May dala-dalang mga aso. So, that started it all, no? So, sabi nila hindi ka tatagal dyan. Then, fast forward, after 25 years, the company grew more than 10 times, no? So, after 25 years, the company grew more than 10 times. Then I was invited to join the government, initially as undersecretary for 1 year. Then I went back to the private sector. Then one afternoon, one evening actually, 6 p.m., it was a Thursday, I think, no? I was driving along EDSA. I was going to somewhere in White Plains, no? Magkakape lang ako. I received a call from one of the cabinet secretaries asking me, asked me 2 questions. Number 1, sir, are you in Manila? Yes. Are you willing to become the Secretary of Housing? So without thinking, kala ko naman, yes. Oo lang na oo, di ba? Yes. Oh, so what do I do next? Sabi ko, antayin mo, announce bukas. So, di ba? So I was expecting, my 3rd question, can you go to Malacanang and present your housing program? So, dire-diretso lang ako doon sa kausap ko, no? Kaibigan ko. Kinwento ko, may tumawag sa akin, magiging secretary daw ako bukas eh. Diba? So, then I went home, I had a dinner with my parents. Same, sabi ko, may tumawag sa akin 2 hours ago, magiging secretary daw ako bukas. A-announce bukas, hintayin natin. Diba? So the following day, I accompanied my mom sa usual check-up niya. Then while having lunch in Wakwak Golf Clubhouse, no? Bigla na lang nagkaroon ng press conference. No? Then people started congratulating me. So that's it, no? Naging secretary tayo. Then, parang nagpa-flashback, no? Then in-explain ko itong 8-point agenda. Then yung number 8 is zero corruption policy. So same comments, hindi ka tatagal dyan. Hindi ka tatagal dyan. Sabi ko, narinig ko na yan, di ba? Narinig ko na yan. So, ito po ang gino-commit ko namin sa inyo, no? It's not the length of service, no? Public service, hindi yan patagalan. It's the quality and sustainability po ng serbisyo natin. So, ang kino-commit po natin sa inyo, ang pinapaliwanag ko kasi, ang housing kasi, ang main mover dito is the private sector, eh. Diba? Unlike before, nagkakaroon ng misconception na ang DHSUD ang gumagawa ng bahay. Kaya dinudumog kami ng mga contractors eh. Di ba? Kala nila may budget ng DHSUD pampagawa ng bahay, pampagawa ng mga condominium. Hindi naman gano'n ang 4PH to begin with. Di ba? The developers, private developers, should join the 4PH program. So ito po ang ginagawa natin ngayon. Itinataas namin ulit yung credibility ng departamento. Itinataas po natin ulit yung respeto ng ating mga stakeholders sa DHSUD, kasama na rin po yung ating mga attached agencies, NHA, SHFC, National Hope Mortgage, and Pag-ibig. So makikita nyo po ngayon, tulong-tulong na lahat ng mga ahensya na yan sa pagsulong ng 4PH. Mabanggit ko po kanina, ang Pag-ibig, meron po silang exclusive 4PH program, yung mga 3%, home improvement, etc. Then ang rental po natin, rental modality, ang magdadala niyan will be NHA. So meron tayong existing mga models dyan, it will be replicated. And then SHFC, nandiyan po yung enhanced community program natin na sila naman po ang magsusulong nito. Then, ang HSAC po, ang HSAC, okay, kinakausap din po natin ngayon na maging patas at mas mabilis dapat ang mga resolution sa mga kaso. So napakinggan po natin ang State of the Nation address ni President Marcos Jr. last Monday. Malinaw po ang direktiba. Pagsilbihan ng tama ang bawat Pilipino. Itigil na yung mga kalokohan. Kasi Kasi nakita natin ang epekto ng corruption at masamang performance nito mga nakaraan na linggo, no? Bumaha tayo. But flood control is only an example. Ang mandate, pang-utos po ng ating Pangulo, lahat ng departamento, lahat ng ahensya, pagbutihin at linisin ang pagsisilbi. So kami po sa DHSUD, kahit saan po tayo makarating, kahit saan po tayo mapadpad, kahit ano pong consequence nito, we will stick to the principle that we will serve you with competence and integrity. Magandang hapon po sa inyo lahat.
We ask our President Odi and the Board of Directors and Officers of CREBA to join us in the awarding of certificate to our Honorable Secretary.